Hey, Alda! Tenegato, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft 4.2 with Birdtross. The night approacheth, the night heareth. Let's murder some fools. I'm coming up here to the wisp spawner. Oh man, that guy's cool. Fiery zombie. No, thank you. Well, anyway, I was coming up to the wisp spawner. It's almost ready now. I have used it a couple of times, and you guys have probably already told me in the comments that my theory that thing producing multiple, basically all of the ethereal essences, all of them, is not the case. As far as I've been able to tell, they are only making the bad stuff. We've got Mortuous right here, Xanimus, they've been making Tenebrae, as well as Alienis, and of course Aurum, which I've got right there, but yeah, for the most part that is just not what I had in mind, unfortunately. Flipping that guy up. Oh, free emerald, nice. I'll get those out of there. You guys have also been telling me that I can take some dye, and I can go ahead and dye this armor, and it's probably why the armor looks so kind of bland, in my opinion. So let's get it off, and go ahead and enchant it. Well, we're going to be enchanting it too. Right, so that's sort of going a bit more bluey. Blue is my favourite colour, just in case you wanted to know. That doesn't really change these all that much, but let's have a look at those. Are they any different? Hello. Not really. They are a little bit. It's kind of hard to see with the enchantment interface on there. Also, in other news to do with the recording these videos, for the longest time I've been wondering why my voice is a whole lot louder than the game. And it turns out that the volume slider on my microphone was actually cranked way up higher than it was supposed to be, so I've turned that down. So now, you've obviously been able to tell by now, the computer fan and mouse clicks should be way less quieter, if not non-existent. Alright, so let's go ahead and enchant this with the level 30. We got Unbreaking 3, Projectile Protection 4. The Unbreaking's nice, but the Projectile Protection, nice against skellies, but that's about it. So this is pretty much perfect. I will need to make some more of these to get some ultimate armor. But today, let's get on with what I want to start off the episode with. I think I promised that I was going to make the upgraded, well, an upgraded wand. We're going to make a crafting sceptre. We're going to go for broke. We're going to go for the Thaumium one with the Silverwood core, and we're also going to make one of these. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, I've prepared the materials here off camera. I've got some Salus Mundus as well as balance shards and all that good stuff powered up and ready to go. So let's get started with the with this thing here, the Silverwood wand core first. Let's go ahead and clear the hotbar, just so that I can keep track of the order that these things are in. Water, earth, water, and entropy. Hopefully we don't run into any instability issues. We shouldn't. But you've always got to be on the safe side. Let's get the stuff down. Looking good. And let's get this thing in the middle. Did I just see some badness? Probably. Wand, go. Alright, that's going. Drawing air, very nice. There goes the Ignis. I've got the primal aspect set up over here. There goes Aqua. Alright, here comes Terra. I should have some Precontatio as well. Auto over there. I'm going to need Pedisha, which is right there. And Precontatio right there. So everything going smoothly so far. Oh! Not quite. Oh man, that was close. Glad I spotted that. Alright, keep those items on there, gents. There goes the fire, that's in. Very good. Oh jeez. Now this thing's fallen off. Stay on there. Oh man. That's the first time I've actually seen that. Well, I guess it happened twice there, but that appears to have released some flux. I think we were quite lucky last time having us successfully craft it without any issues whatsoever, but yeah, now we just have some flux kind of sitting on the roof. Alright. Anyway, that's part 1 out of the way. We've got ourselves the silverwood rod, but we're going to need to get 3 of these inert, the charged ones. Have I actually scanned these yet? I have scanned that, I've scanned this. I haven't scanned Salus Mundus or this, so I guess while I have the opportunity, let's go ahead and scan them. Inert Thaumium wand caps have 2 air, 2 ignis, 3 metallum, and 2 auto. Very nice. Salus Mundus has 2 air, 1 aqua, 1 auto, 1 petitio, 3 precontatio, 1 terra, but no ignis for some reason. Okay. Right. Let's get this in the middle, and let's just try and balance this out in a triangular fashion as much as possible. Yeah, I think we just kind of have to sort of do a odd triangle. That's pretty good. Let's give it a shot. Now, we should have plenty of aurum here. 3 times 6 is 18, and my potentia supply is in spades. I've got an entire thing full. Let's go. Alright, it's pulling from that one. Cool. And the aurum should be supplied momentarily. There it goes. Okay, pulled that one in first. Oh! Uh-oh. What's happening? We had some explosions. But it looks like we managed to craft this just fine. Very cool. Did that use any extra aurum? We had 24. I think it did actually, but we should be okay. Looks like we only have a little bit of potentia left in there. Well, that's one of these down. I wonder how we managed to do this last time without any problems. Okay, let's try that. Let's go for that again, guys. Go. Don't blow up on me. I guess I just need to pay close attention. Man, why is that happening? Okay. And that's that one, and that's that one, so we're good. Cool. Number 2 out of the way, and 3 more Salus Mundus on the fire. Do I have enough of this? I should do, yes. It's going to require 6, I believe, and we are out of potentia, but we have this entire jar over here, so no worries there. And put you there. I want to keep a good vantage. Ooh. Walking on these makes a sound. I didn't know that walking on these crystals made a cool little sound. That's awesome. Alright. Go. Oh, I guess you need a thing to go to, so try that out, guys. In goes the potentia. In goes the aurum. Alright, no problems to speak of thus far. I don't have any spare Salus Mundus, so I only repaired what I need. I've acquired taint poison and the flux flow. Oh, that was interesting. Taint poison. Cool, strange, and not exactly wanted, but okay, I'll take what I can get. We haven't really experienced taint in this mod pack, or just this mod just yet. But there is one final thing that we need to craft. As it turns out, I haven't actually crafted ahead of time this primal charm, and I wanted to save it till afterwards because it requires a balance shard, and the balance shard requires these aspects. I'm going to need to make more of these aspects anyway, I think. Oh no, it should only need to be made in the table, so we're good. So we've got plenty of that, plenty of this, plenty of auto, Peditio, Aqua, and Terra is all set up and ready to go, so let's head over here. Oh, I should also need one of my crystals to craft as well. Last time we were working with this thing, we were making some Alumentum, and I did say that I was going to turn this into an Alumentum factory, and we will get to that today as well. That's going to be in the second part of today's episode, but we also need to get this thing up and running. This balanced shard. I've got some materials ready to go for this as well. Spoiler alert. We're going to need to put 5 of these jars down, so get out of here, guys. I'm on a date with a balance shard. Right, so we've got the aqua one, so we don't need the aqua jar. Put you in the right spot, that helps. And let's get the Ignis down. The only one we need left is auto. Right, so let's just go ahead and craft one of these. Put this in here, select it, and it's good to go. Seems to be a little bit of a lag sometimes. There we go. The balance shard has been made and it's put in here. Very nice. So now in order to craft this primal charm, I just want to look at that again. So that's going to be all types, 2 gold, and 25 of each of the primal aspects in a arcane work table. And I should have that in my wand. Yep. Cool. Come over here. Primal charm, please. Gonna need 2 gold for that, as well as the last AO shard that I have. Man, these are the only shard that I'm finding to be quite rare at the moment. I don't know how I used them all up. I guess I just haven't been finding very many of them. Unfortunately, I do not remember the combination, and I don't think they're interchangeable. So air, fire, water, earth, order, that. Let's try and remember. Air, fire, water. That should be right. Cool. And that's only going to require 20 because of all the discounts that I have. Cool stuff. So there's a primal charm. It's humming. Its humming is quite soothing. It is humming apparently. Very cool. I guess we'll scan the sky as well. This is bound to have some interesting aspects. Well. Alright, it does have all 6 primal aspects inside. It has 8 air, 7 aqua, 7 Ignis, 7 auto, 7 Beditio, and 7 Terra. So finally something that has all of the aspects inside it. Very cool. That's the first item of its kind, I believe. I don't think that leaves enough aspects inside it, inside our wand, unfortunately, to make this wand. We'll see. Silverwood rod. Okay, that's going to require 81, which I am falling short on, so let's just take a quick detour to my nodes. I haven't gotten a new node. I was meaning to do that, but I knew I was going to be doing a lot of crafting today, so I've sort of held off on getting a new node today. Okay, let's fill up on this. We shouldn't need too much. Just coming to the nodes and filling up should just be fine. That's that guy almost drained. And we don't have enough aqua. I do need more aqua around the base. Right, so we need more. Yeah, we need more auto and aqua. That's the things that we're short on at the moment. And I do know where the nodes are. I just need to, you know, just basically go and get them. Right, but that's enough. Wow, it's going to be 64 point. Oh, okay. I didn't even need to. Oh well, that's okay. We needed to charge up anyway. Well, this guy needs to charge up. Oh well. That's cool. Thaumium bust. Silverwood sceptre. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. It's got a nice little graphic there. We've got a thing going around it. And it has a capacity of 150. So it stores way more than this wand can hold. Looks cool on the ground as well. Let's scan it. 5 Instrumentum and 7 Praecantatio, just like its counterpart. Yesity doodles. So we can't use this thing to do normal tasks here in the world. This is only for crafting. We should be able to fill it up like this, though. Do I want to drain these nodes completely? Yeah, let's just do it. Will it go all the way down to 0? No. Cool. And I don't really want to do this node because it's normal and I don't want to potentially hurt it by draining it of these, which is why I'm sort of staying away from it. There's one thing that's a disadvantage about having these multi-aspect nodes is that the aspects will charge up, you know, 50% slower if there's 2, or 66% slower if there's 3, so you ideally want single aspect nodes so that they charge up their Vs faster. That didn't actually get us very much. It did get us at least one of everything, but we would like a lot more than that. So we've got ourselves a crafting sceptre. I'm going to need to charge this up off camera at some point, but that can just lie on the table, and that little animation near the top, this rotating text or whatever it is, does appear to still be animating, which is really cool. Right, let's get to the majority of the episode here today. We're going to try making ourselves an Alumentum factory. So let's get rid of these watered jars that I left here, kind of messily. Yeah, that seems to happen every time you mess around with a source of these. The Essentia tubes will sort of hiss at you. Even though there's no aspects or anything inside them, they'll still do that, which is a little bit odd. The thing about this, we want this to make Alumentum, but we don't want it to basically fill up the entire chest with Alumentum, and then once that's full, just spew the items on the ground. We don't want it to continuously just make stuff. We want to put a cap on how much Alumentum it can make. And one of the ways that we can do that is by limiting the... what's the word I'm looking for? We can stop the coal, the catalyst, that's the word. We can stop the catalyst going inside by activating a redstone signal on a hopper, because that will stop the funnel of the hopper putting stuff in. Now, I don't actually know if this will work. This is just an assumption at this point. Let's see if I put a piece of rotten flesh, it will go inside of the Thaumatorium, and it does go in the correct slot. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. So that's cool, that's a proof of concept working just fine. So we're going to be putting a comparator on this chest, of course, to recognize the amount of Alumentum that is in there. The limit that we're going to have is 2 for this comparator. If I do this, let me just quickly test with some of this rotten flesh. If I do that and put this here, okay, the comparator is working, as you can see, because the lights are on, but it's not going down there, so we are going to need to put an additional block right here for this to go down, and then put that right there. So in order for a chest to put out for the comparator to recognize a redstone signal length of 2, we're going to need an entire stack of items right there, and then another 60. A whole other 60, and that will get a redstone length of 2. So that is definitely plenty of Alumentum. We do not want any more than that, thank you very much. Right, so we're going to check how much Essentia is inside these jars, and if the Essentia drops below a certain threshold for these jars, then we're going to have basically a NOT gate system. So it's probably going to be about 2 lengths with this as well. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to have 2 alchemical furnaces hooked up to this guy. One is going to be dedicated for the cobblestone, which is going to be on this side, and the other is going to be for the coal, because coal and cobblestone gives us the 3 aspects that we need, and we only have a little bit of excess terror, and I'm going to sort that excess terror out with a void jar. I have the materials right here, all set up and ready to go. So let's head over to the crafting bench and craft these together and try out our new wand. This needs to be reversed, and I don't have enough Vis inside this guy, but that's okay, we have this one. Let's use that for now. Swap the wands out as needed. So cool, we've got ourselves a void jar. It does look slightly different from the vanilla, well, not a vanilla, just a normal void jar. It has a purple top, reminiscent of obsidian. So the idea is the terror is going to go right there. What we need to do is send this redstone signal that's coming over here to a hopper that is connected to the alchemical furnace. Now cobblestone, of course, creates two aspects. It creates Perditio and Terra, which is why I'm going to put 2 arcane alembics on top of the furnace, so that that's 1 for each type of aspect. Now what I need to do is pull that aspect out, and the best way to do that would be through the sides. But we have these exhaust pipes here, is what I guess they are. If I can do this from this side, yeah, that works. So now that those exhaust pipes are facing this way, I can get my Essentia tubes, and I should be able to route those over to... oh, okay, I've already got them. Yeah, we can route them over to these jars. I don't know which one of these is going to actually make Pedicia or Terra, so let's just put some wood in, just a cheap fuel, put in a single piece of cobble, and that all works out. So now we have Pedicia and Terra in there. So the bottom one is Terra and the top one is Pedicia. So let's keep that in mind. Will Terra appear in the bottom one again? No, that's a huge problem actually. Because that basically means that both of these need to be connected together. But that's, you can see how easy it would be for these to actually get quite gummed up. If they appeared in the same alembic each time, then this would be pretty trivial because I could just have a dedicated line for each one. But because they basically appear to go sort of the RNG route, we're sort of going to need to connect them together like so. We don't need to have this NOT gate here at all because when this is filled, it will emit a redstone signal, so that's fine. Suction 28 Terra, that's not right. There we go. That was a bit odd. You know what I need for this? I actually need a... let's have a look in the Thaumi really quick. I wonder if I can make these yet. I'm not 100% sure if I can. It would be really nice if I could. I can make these filtered Essentia tubes which require these filters. Well, we're going to need 4 of them. So we're going to need... yeah, we can make them. They're not... they are expensive, but they're not ridiculously expensive. It's actually kind of nice doing this problem solving. Hopefully this works. What I'm thinking is I'll put some labels on these Vs guys. Now I haven't actually used these labels before, so this should be quite interesting. So get 2. Nice. I should just be at a shapeless recipe. Cool. Pedicio. Get another one to be Pedicio. They all stack. That's cool. Do that. Bonk. Right. Should just need to bonk them down. We can actually keep those connected together because we can sort of go... okay. Now this should be okay. We can put this side as Pedicio and this side as Terra. So if we do this side Pedicio, let's just check. Pedicio. Ah, yes, okay. That's good. Okay, now that all works together, makes a cool sound too. Now I should be able to do something like this. We'll just do that. Right, so even if these alembics sort of get something gummed up in them, they should still filter out to the correct jar for storage. Alright, that's working. So that system should now actually be hot. Cool. We're gonna have our first jar right here. Nope. Not that way. Yeah, so it looks like individual blocks in Minecraft seem to remember the configurations that they have in terms of Essentia pipage, which could be a source of lag, if you ask me. Now for this one, we're going to need something a little bit different. It's going to be called an OR gate, which basically just is English translation. The 2 of those are going to connect together like that. Which basically means that if either of these 2 jars is low on Essentia, then the system will work. Bunk. Bunk. Oh, let's just get some quick lighting up. Like so. Cool beans. Let's get the arcane alembics in, and I think we'll just do the exhaust right here because we are going to be pulling off the side anyway, so we are going to need more auto. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem because those nodes that I charge from outside are normal. Plus we're getting a decent amount of auto back in here anyway. Yeah, we're pretty much out of auto in this in this wand. Yeah. Let's get more of these. Oh, I'm gonna need... And I'm running out of gold very quickly here. I am not approving of that. I don't like eating up my gold supply like this. Okay, let's charge this up with all of the vis that you have. We want all of your vis. Oh, it's charging up my wand. Oh, my pickaxe from this, I see. Let's just drain all of my things, why don't you? There we go. Well, that might hold it for a little while. 18 auto, that'll be enough to make all of this stuff, I hope. Get it out of here. I was able to make these, which is good. And, okay, and that's all of these we got. Balls. Time to charge up again. Oh, here's a note over here, okay. Got another of these obelisks, I believe they were called. Perhaps we might get lucky and have some auto in there, I doubt it. I don't think sinister nodes have auto in them, at least not all that much. Oh! Whoa, jeez, that's scaring me! What the heck? Did you see my mouse jump there? Man, I got a jump. I had like a massive jump. Oh, jeez. Whatever it is, it's still firing. Shots fired. Retreat. What on earth just happened there? Warning, do not approach monoliths. They're not nice to you. They are not nice. Oh man. Okay. Just calm down. I'm glad I was recording that. Oh man, it is still shooting at me. Man. That's a huge range. Whatever it's doing, it's like shooting some sort of blindness thingy. It's like landing near me and doing blindnessy stuff. We'll come back and beat you one day. So I have actually been... I haven't even been meaning to do it, but I have ended up in a position where I'm about 3 episodes ahead of you guys. I'm recording this just as 26... I've uploaded 26, it's not live yet. But I think this is probably going to be like episode 29 or even 30 or something. I think I'm getting a little bit too ahead. I've been putting episodes out once a day at the moment, and I'm also recording them once a day. The idea was I wanted to have a nice backlog for when I didn't have the situation where I could record. Because I'm not the only person who lives in this house, and that basically means that record time is sort of limited because, you know, noise, etc. And want to try and get a good view experience. Where on earth am I? I have lost all semblance of direction, but yeah. But the comments on my videos sort of seem to have at the moment sort of died down a bit. You guys sort of aren't verbally supporting it. I'm still getting a heap of likes on these videos, like at least 1 in 10 people, if not more people, are still supporting the videos with likes and stuff, which is awesome stuff, guys. Thank you very much for your support on the series. It helps to let me know that people just want to keep on seeing the Thaumcraft, and so I'm going to keep putting it out for as long as I get support, and even after that a little bit I might just keep doing it for the hell of it, you know, because I like the series. I mean, I play in this Minecraft world every single day. I really do. And it's nice to come in and share my experience in the world with you guys. You know, I like to think of it sort of more as a Let's Play, but I also want to try and showcase a bit of what I can do. But I haven't really had the opportunity to do that yet because I haven't started my main house build, and we're sort of becoming a little hermit, living in a tiny little hole. lording over our progress with Thaumcraft when, you know, we have, you know, clay in our walls. Or just, you know, somewhere interesting not to live yet. But that will change, hopefully. Hopefully, one of these days. Okay. Let's just pick one. Sure, you're going to be Potentia now. You're going to be Ignis. Well, that actually looks quite elegant, doesn't it? Surprisingly so. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire this guy up. Let's get this cobble up and running. So, 16 fuel. Biff some cobble and go. Righto, look at that go. It's filling into these just fine. So we're having no problems, so that's actually, I would call this wildly successful. Righto. The system is functioning. Let's go ahead and fire this machine up and see what happens. Okay. Straining in Potentia. And as it uses it... Let's get this out. As it uses the Potentia and Ignis, these should drop low enough to where the system fires back up. Puts more coal into the system. Yeah, I don't think the Potentia is actually keeping up. We may actually have a bottleneck. I didn't even think about that. We may actually have a Potentia bottleneck, in which case you could probably have 2 of these actually, because 2 of those are used for every one of this. So ideally you would want to have 2 cobblestone alchemical furnaces. Oh my goodness. This is a really fun little toy. But I think this system is, for the most part, working as intended. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a bit slow, but that's only because we're using a bad fuel, and it looks like we're actually out. We ran out of cobblestone, so... yeah, how much Peditio? I don't think we have any Peditio left, or almost none. It seems to be the case. We've got 30 Alumentum in there already. Yeah, there are still a few kinks to work out, but I think for a first pass, this is definitely very good. I really like the design of this side of it that I made. This side of it, though, probably needs a little bit of work. I might need to just move these out a little bit. Is probably one of the main things that I need to do. This looks really nice. This looks like a first-timer. Yeah, guys, hopefully that you've enjoyed... hope that you've enjoyed this, what's probably going to be a double episode again, of Thaumcraft 4.2 with Birdtross. We have ourselves an Alumentum factory. That is going to be a really cool addition to the main base. Thank you very much for watching. Kia kaha. And I'll see you in the next video.